Hey, it's Preston, and yes, I did get a haircut. Thank you for noticing. Also, yes, I did just wake up, and no, I don't care how I look right now. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about having a support system because that's so important. Um, I was looking over some unsettling stati- statistics. Sorry about my voice. Uh, And 4 out of every 10 transgender people will attempt suicide. And our life expectancy is 23 to 30, as opposed to the normal 75 to 90. And that's kind of terrifying. I mean, I could go into more detail about uh, the statistics of hate crimes and all of these things, but why? It's terrifying. We already have too many problems and too many things on our minds right now. But one thing that we can do to help is we can be there for each other and have a good support system. So for me, I have my mom. My mom is an angel. I don't care what anyone says. She's an angel. My dad, we don't really talk about it, but he picked out the razor blade that I should use for my face, which I haven't done yet. Might do that in a minute. And my sister, it's kind of hard to be emotional with my sister, but she supports me, and that's all that matters. Our, we have a pretty wide age gap, so and someone asked about my first shot of testosterone. And when I went in to get my first shot, my at the time girlfriend, who's now my wife, went with me, and she was going to be the one that was going to give me shots every week. So they tell you, like, pull your pants down and bend over this table, and everyone's behind me talking about how to get, like, how to extract this shit and how to do like all this stuff. But see, me, I know I look like some big tough hard ass guy, but needles will make me pass out. So the longer I sat there listening to them talk about the needles and where it has to go, I started to get kind of lightheaded. I really hate to admit this. And it was taking a long time. So one of the nurses mentioned something about, like, oh, you have to pull back on the needle a little bit so blood goes in, so you know that uh, you don't hit an artery and blood goes everywhere. And like that, at that point, I was just like, just do it. Just have just have the nurse do it. Bree, my wife, can do it next time. She can learn this time, but just for the love of God, just do it now before I pass out. And that was my first experience, and it's been pretty easy ever since then. One thing I didn't know about testosterone is it's super, super thick. The nurse compared it to like molasses. So it'll be just a little syringe, just a little bit in there, but it takes a really long time to draw it out of the jar and to inject it because it's so thick. And a lot of the times the nurses will ask me, like, "Are you okay?" Because it'll be like almost 30 seconds of getting a shot. But it's something you definitely get used to. Scream! I thought that was gonna be Batman. Batman. I know what it's like to want nothing else want absolutely nothing more in this life than to die. I have the scars, I have the burns, I have been hospitalized, I've been institutionalized, I was anorexic for 10 years, and I was a drug addict, and all of these things. Nothing could change the way I felt, though. You know, who I really was. And through all of the self-medication, the only thing that I've really learned from it is that the only thing that works is being true to yourself. You have to be honest, and I know it's scary. I know it's scary because of the numbers I told you. But, I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. This is my life now, and I smile now, and I can't put a price on that. Even if it took 27 years of me struggling and being miserable every day, now for the rest of my life I can be happy. And with my support system and, you know, having healthy hobbies and stuff, I think that I know that I'm going to be just fine. And you will be too. We're all in this together, and that's one thing that sometimes we forget. Sometimes we forget that we're all in this together, but we are. And that is one resource that you always have. I mean, I'll put my email address up on here, Instagram, whatever. I'm always here to talk if you ever have any questions or you just need someone to listen. So, uh, I'm about to go eat dinner with my wife. So, everybody stay safe, and I will talk to you next week.